Hello and welcome back to our new but also last video for the moment. We're driving back to Switzerland, home to Basel, where friends and family are waiting for us. It's a little bit sad that this trip is ending right now, but we're also very happy to see all our beloved again. This week we'll be driving quite a lot, obviously, but we'll still have time for one or the other stop. We'll go to Oslo, the capital of Norway, and we're gonna go and sleep next to the largest lake in Sweden. But all about that after the intro. Yesterday you could literally still see ice floating in the water, but overnight everything melted. But when we woke up yesterday morning, we were still further in the north, but still it was minus 12 degrees, and this morning it was plus 5 degrees. So to be honest, today feels really warm. And this was all full of snow yesterday, but in the night it was raining, so now we have ice and yeah, kind of like a muddy floor. And after a long day of driving, we made it up here, 30 minutes away from the center of Oslo, parked the car over here, and tomorrow we'll take the metro to go to the city. We are ready to go and visit Oslo, but first we have to walk up there and get to the tram station. And in the middle of the city you find saunas, and you can go for a swim to cool off and chillax in those little houses.
How is the weather today?
The weather outside these castle walls. I'm told it's a bit gloomy with clouds gathering on the horizon. A bit of wind, a bit of chill in the air. Nothing that would bother hardy Danes such as myself, of course. But I suppose it's a good day to stay indoors and discuss matters of state. or art as the case may be. This portrait, for instance. I do hope the painter can capture my rugged good looks despite the dull skies outside.
Nice.
And are you enjoying your crepe?
Yes.
Great. How does the moose kebab taste?
Interesting.
And I got myself a Glogg that's similar to a Glühwein wine, but it's very sweet and doesn't taste at all like the Glühwein wine I know from at home in Switzerland. But it's interesting and yeah, worth the try. So if someone would ask me how to describe the Glogg, I would say it tastes like Coca-Cola, which is flat, so no gas in it, and heated up and then sprinkled some cinnamon in it. That's what I'm drinking right now. And now they switched on all the lights. It looks so nice. I have no idea what he just said, but you're welcome. And it's snowing a little bit. There's a very, very thin layer of snow on the floor. Unfortunately, today is our last day in Norway. We'll have a quick stop at the ski jump on the Holmenkollen, a hill which is 371 meters above sea level. After that, we'll go and buy some last groceries from over here, which we obviously can't buy at home. Joel totally fell in love with the first price chips over here and is desperate to buy some for the road and for at home. Wish us luck that we find those and everything else that we need. Okay, last try. Okay, we actually did find one last shop where there's the possibility for sure to find his chips. Crazy how much we drove in the last few months, huh?
Yes, 25,000 kilometers.
Crazy! Crazy how big this lake is, and since it's so rough today, it actually looks like the sea. The ruins of Trelleborg are a former medieval fortress on a cliff that extends into Lake Vänern. Trelleborg was investigated in 1938-39. The moat, ramparts, a terrace and the remains of a stone house have been preserved. The ground floor of the main building took advantage of the terrain in the south and east, so that an L-shaped block of natural stone was built in the north and west to complete the floor. The walls are 4 meters thick and preserved to their full height of 3.5 meters.
Der Sonne hinterher,
Was geht?
der Sonne hinterher.
Was geht?
Und ich sag,
Ab in den Süden! Have more of the day. yesterday we drove for quite a long time, more or less 8 hours. And then we ended on this spot, and it's the exact same place we stood in Denmark for our very first night when we started our van life tour half a year ago. Crazy. But we knew that this spot is good, that we have space, even if there are one or two further vans here, we have a great view. And yeah, today we could wake up to beautiful sunshine, and now we'll continue driving along to Germany. At a gas station right now, and it's totally unusual for us to first fill up the car with diesel and then go inside to pay for it, because in all of Scandinavia we had to pay first and then fill up the van with diesel. And yeah, Joel already put on the engine, he wants me to come in, so let's hit the road again. Around 2 hours after that little problem we had, you just saw, we made it to our spot where we're gonna stay for the night. This will hopefully, probably be our last night before we get home tomorrow. So that's quite interesting, feels special, somehow sad, somehow also good, and we're happy to go home. But yeah, first chapter of this tour, of this adventure, is gonna be closed soon. And yeah, by the way, that problem we had on the highway driving with 130 kilometers per hour, suddenly we heard something plop. It sounded like a balloon which bursted or something, and then it was like that strange noise of that plastic wobbling around, so it was some kind of flop 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 flop. And yeah, Joel had to drive to the side so we could check it out, and luckily it wasn't too bad or too much of a problem, but still not too nice, but we could somehow solve it. So just has to hold on until tomorrow, until we get home, back to Switzerland, back to Basel, and then we can handle everything, all the small issues and problems we have with our Rodriguez. But for now it's time to say goodnight, so see you tomorrow. It's really nice. We're standing here in Marienstadt, and when we started our journey half a year ago, we stood at the exact same spot and stayed here for 2 nights to visit an old friend of Joel's and just spend some time over here. And we started our journey here, and we're gonna end the first part of this whole trip over here, and somehow that just gives you a good feeling and everything feels nice. But now we're also ready to slowly finish off and go home. Beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, really? Beautiful.
Thank you.
That's about it for this week's video. We already made it home to Shoa's parents' house. We already surprised my parents and Shoa's sister and her boyfriend, and everyone was happy and surprised that we made it home a bit earlier than we told them. And yeah, now we're enjoying time with friends and family, and you'll hear from us, I don't know when, but we'll keep you posted on Instagram, so follow us over there and stay tuned for all of the second part of our tour when we drive towards Greece. So until then, have a good time and goodbye.